Hey, Aloha. I've actually been really quick about doing the prompt me this week. You only actually posted the prompt. I think it was this morning on my Facebook. And it's kind of been sitting in my head all day. And you might notice something a little bit different going on today. I've just had a shower and washed my hair, and as soon as I read the quote, I thought, I think it's time for me to film a video with no makeup on. And I'm absolutely terrified. I'm so nervous. And I'm really self-conscious. So I thought I'd film this as soon as humanly possible so I could get it out of the way. So the prompt you give me this week, it's a quote from, and I'm so sorry if I pronounce her name wrong, I think it's Gabourey Sidibe. And she played Precious in the movie Precious. And the quote that you gave is, "People always ask me, you have so much confidence, where did that come from? It came from me. One day I decided that I was beautiful, and so I carried out my life as if I was a beautiful girl. It doesn't have anything to do with how the world perceives you. Whew. What matters is what you see. Your body is your temple, it's your home, and you must decorate it." Whew, wow, that's a really intense quote, especially, if you're watching this, I don't know if you know this, Gabourey Sidibe is a plus size actress, and I say plus size, like I use the term fat because that's what I'm comfortable with. So I'm a fat girl, so hearing another fat girl say something like that is amazing. It's not the kind of thing we get in the media these days. So I thought, what can I say about that? And usually I give myself a little bit more time to think with a prompt, but I think with this one it's going to be better if I don't think too much at all. Because I'll start thinking about my under eye bags and the fact that I haven't got any cheekbones when I don't wear makeup, and my jawline and that spot there, and yeah, all that. And I haven't had my eyebrows done for ages, and whew. Yeah, so I figured it'd be good for me to talk about body confidence. Body confidence is something I'm so into. I spent a lot of my life kind of feeling unattractive and not good enough, and and certainly a lot of that was due to weight. And the irony is, until I was about 16, I wasn't even that much bigger than most people. I've always had an issue where I've always kind of seen myself as being a lot bigger than I am. I've always pictured myself as being massive, even when I'm in my head, I'm always much bigger than what I actually am. So I kind of, that makes me think about what do I attach to that, because obviously fat in and of itself is not a bad thing. The way I look in and of itself isn't a bad thing. It's because I attach meaning to that it becomes a good or bad thing, So I think for me, body confidence started the day I decided to stop attaching negative meaning to the word fat and to my body. And I decided to start attaching positive meaning to my body. And I think that's what this quote's talking about, is that confidence. People say I've got no confidence. People say I don't like the way I look. People say I've got no self-esteem. Something that's really powerful to me is somebody told me once, and I think somebody told me that everything you have in your life right now is all a result of decisions you have made in the past. Which is great if your life's going really well, 2 thumbs up for you. If your life's not going very well, when you hear that, it can feel like a kick in the teeth. But I was definitely the person who decided to have low self-esteem. I was definitely someone who decided not to have confidence. And I'm definitely today someone who decides not to have someone who decides to have, relatively high self-esteem, someone who decides to have body confidence, someone who has decided that they are beautiful. I decided that I'm beautiful. And, you know, I know everyone has bad days, you know, everyone has days when they think, ugh, I'm so not beautiful today. And that's natural and that's human and that's beautiful. That's gorgeous that we have them days when we're vulnerable and we need extra love and extra affection, and that's totally okay. But do you know what? I would kind of say like 5 days out of 7. I don't really need any affirmation from anybody else. I don't really need anyone to tell me I'm pretty. I don't really need anyone to tell me that my body's okay the way it is, because I decided that I'm pretty, and I decided that my body's okay the way it is. And that's such a hard thing to do. And I kind of thought I'd talk about how I did it, because I'm always like, before I decided this, I would always think, oh, well, that's great that you have loads of confidence, but that doesn't help me because I still don't. So obviously, you know, what worked for me isn't going to work for everyone. What I did was read plus size fashion blogs. I started reading plus size fashion blogs every day. They've actually done a study, and if I can, I will find the link and put it in my blog post, that being exposed to pictures of plus size bodies in positive situations, you know, looking happy and dressed really nicely, actually improves body confidence. To look at a greater range of women rather than just looking at women who are a very small size, actually improves body confidence if we are exposed to images of women of all sizes. It makes us feel better about ourselves because we see ourselves as normal. We see ourselves as within the norm, not outside the norm. And that was the first thing I did. And the second thing I did was I binned the 2 books that I'd had for a really long time. And I think this says a lot about the way I viewed my body. But I bought What Not to Wear by Trini and Susanna, the book. I bought that when I was about 11, and I followed the rules in it. And isn't that sad, you know, that I was that young and I felt like I needed something like that. So what I had to do was get rid of that and get rid of the idea that there's some things that I shouldn't be allowed to wear because of the way I look. And, you know, and everyone's heard them, you know, black is slimming. Never wear horizontal stripes. Never, you know, there's loads of them. Large women shouldn't wear small prints. You know, never horizontal stripes, never anything bodycon. Never anything tight, never anything fitted. Never anything, you can't wear anything tight fitted, but everything has to be fitted, because you can't wear loose things either. You know, you can't wear anything that's too tight, you can't wear anything that's too loose, you can't wear anything that's shapeless, but you can't wear anything that's too structured because it doesn't come in your size. And I kind of decided in about 2011 to kind of bin these rules completely, because they weren't serving me. They weren't serving me. And I decided that I'm allowed to wear whatever the bloody hell I want. And all of a sudden, things opened up to me, you know, because that was always the thing. It was always, I hate being fat because I can't wear nice clothes, and it turns out I can. I just wasn't letting myself. And people who say you can't buy nice clothes in big sizes aren't looking in enough shops, because I do it. I do it quite a lot, to be honest. I look pretty cool most of the time, I think. You know, you can buy amazing clothes. You can buy amazing clothes. And the next thing I had to do was, there were still certain parts of my body that I was really uncomfortable with. My arms are a massive one for me. I had a real issue with my arms. So what I did, and I totally took myself in at the deep end body confidence-wise. I decided it was summer, and I decided that I wasn't allowed to wear cardigans, and I wasn't allowed to wear shirts over things, and I wasn't allowed anything that had a sleeve. And for a whole week, I didn't wear anything with a sleeve. And every night I looked at my arms and I made a list of the things that my arms did that I was grateful for. And you know, I've got no fear about my arms today. I don't have any fear about my arms today, because they're a part of me, because they're not ugly. They don't look like arms would in a magazine, But I think even the women in magazines, I don't think even their arms look like that on a day-to-day basis, to be honest. So that's cool. You know, and I do a lot more stuff. I do a lot of affirmations. I do a lot of... I love my body. I love and tend to my body almost aggressively. I am almost aggressive in the way that I will say that I look beautiful. I will look in the mirror and say, you look beautiful. I will look in the mirror and say, you look really amazing today, or I love that dress on you, or that dress looks gorgeous, or you're allowed to wear that dress. So I think it's interesting that I'm so scared about not wearing makeup. And I went through all sorts of different scenarios in my head. And I was like, well, I'll wear a little bit of makeup, but not enough that people can see, so I'll just lie. And then my next idea was I won't wear any makeup, but I'll do really soft lighting. And then it was like, I'll do no makeup and full light, but I'll have concealer on under my eyes. And then it was like, oh, I'll do no makeup at all and really harsh lighting, but I'll wait till Saturday when I've slept 10 hours and I'll look a bit less tired. And you know what? I just got out of the shower and I was thinking, let's just do it now. Because there's still something about this. And this is my face. And there is literally not a scrap of makeup on me. I've just had a face mask. So I know there's not a scrap of makeup on me. And it's really frightening for me. It's a lot about control. Makeup allows me a really massive amount of control over the way I look, the way I portray myself to the world. And that's scary when I don't get to do that. You know, because skin does stuff. It's kind of the way I would feel if, I guess, I kind of guess it's the way I feel about wearing underwear, you know. I don't have to wear a bra, but I'm not sure what's going to happen if I don't. I can't guarantee what might happen if I don't. So I think I think control's a massive aspect of me wearing makeup. I think it's a lot about safety. Because this is really interesting, actually. This came to me before when I was walking home. And I was talking to someone last night, actually, about the way I see myself. And they kind of pointed out to me that I'm really good at saying good things that I do. I'm at positive things that I do. But I struggle to sort of say positive things that I am. And, you know, an example would be that I'm really comfortable saying that I'm very, very good at makeup. I'm not very comfortable at saying that I am naturally beautiful without makeup in the face area. Because makeup is something I do, and beautiful is something that I am. Or, yeah, beautiful is something that I am. And I have to say it through gritted teeth, because I don't really believe it 100%. And it's very easy for me to say, well, that's just a front, that's just fake. All the positive stuff, that's just not actually real, that's not actually me, because I'm not good. Because I think, and we've managed to get this far in these videos without me mentioning the patriarchy, which I think must be some kind of record. I think I'm going to have to mention it. And I think women in particular, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, you know, if anyone's got an opinion, please share it with me. But I think women especially are so held up to this ideal that what is on the outside reflects on the inside. What is on the inside reflects on the outside, you know, and I think that's really prevalent, even in stupid stuff like Disney movies, you know. Snow White was the first full-length Disney movie ever released, and Snow White was the nice girl, and she was really, really pretty. And the evil queen transformed into a witch who was really ugly. And I think that's really deep in a lot of people's psyches. And I'm gonna say it's more prevalent in women. So shoot me. And I think there is an element of me that thinks that because I don't necessarily see myself as a particularly good or kind person, I worry that if I don't have total control over my face, that's what you're going to see. That's big stuff. That's quite big stuff to be talking about in pyjamas at 7:20 on a Tuesday night. But that's okay. I like talking big stuff with you, Aloha. Yeah. And I was really aware that every other video I've made, I've done my makeup specifically for that video. It's not just like I've been wearing makeup and decided to do a video. It's like, I'm going to make a video, I have to put some makeup on. And every time I watch your videos, I go, oh my God, she looks so beautiful and natural, and I could never ever do that. So here I am. And I'm also gonna, this is the wet hair. And as you can see, it's gone purple with epically long roots. I just thought while I was in the mood to make a video, I should. And now this is 15 minutes long, so I'm gonna go. Thank you very much for this prompt, for giving me the opportunity to do a video without makeup, and let's hope I actually have the courage to post it on YouTube. Night night, love you.